We're here. Right, so you end up with these layers, and there's at least 17 layers in Jerusalem. So that's the street level from 2,000 years ago. Where we're standing is the street level from 1,000 years later, from the First Crusades. Street today is where? Up there. So just to get the perspective that the street went from down there to up there over 2,000 years. Wow. So have a peek, and then we're going to go in this direction.
How interesting.
Yeah, built it.
It keeps falling.
I was hoping to put your sunglasses on top and hold them on. These are the Herodian stones. This is Herod style. On average, the stones are like this one over here. They're about 1 meter cubed. Some smaller, some larger, but that's an excellent average stone. And then we have 4 stones that are completely out of proportion. They're way larger than any of the stones found anywhere else around the Temple Mount. This is the largest of the 4 here. Go that way. Put your hand on the stone and go that way till there's a break, and I'll go this way, and then everybody can come and see how big it is. It's 1 stone.
How did they carry it?
So it's 13.6 meters long, which I'm told is 45 feet. Okay, it's 3.5 meters high, 4.5 meters deep solid stone. It's the largest building stone found in Israel. It's the second largest in the world. Number 1 is?
The pyramids?
In Lebanon.
Oh.
That's what you're going to say, right?
I'm terrible.
The pyramids in Lebanon.
No. There's a pagan temple in Lebanon that has 1 stone bigger than this. Okay? It means it's bigger than any of the stones in the pyramids.
That's amazing.
Okay? We know it's an original stone because it's the frame on the bottom and the frame on the sides, but it's missing the frame on the top. Okay, how did the Romans destroy the temple? They stripped from the inside and they pushed the stones out. There was no building there. The stones fell down into the valley below. What was down here in the valley? The market. The market. They destroyed the spiritual center, the administrative center, the government, and the commercial center all in one go. Way to destroy society, right? This one, they're having trouble with the pushing part. It weighs just short of 600 tons, which I can't visualize this kind of thing. So we worked out it's 2 747s, 8 tanks, or 200 elephants, whatever works. Okay? But they're still soldiers. They have an order to destroy it. So they start chiseling away at pieces and dumping the pieces. And you see very clearly they worked in 3 teams. These guys got the bronze. These guys got the silver. Those guys got the gold. At some point, they were given an order to stop, and this is what got left there. Now, the Romans were here for 200 years. They have to provide food and water for their troops. We have a big problem in Jerusalem. Not a lot of natural water. So what do? You can't get water from the ground. Where else can you get water? They make huge cisterns and wait for it to rain. And they fill up with rainwater, and now you've got drinking water. So they want to put plaster here to put the cistern, but the plaster won't stick because the wall's too smooth. So they actually have to put these holes in so they can put pegs in and attach a secondary wall that's rough, and then they can put the plaster on this. There's a huge cistern here, Olympic size, but not for swimming. Irony of Jewish history is, where are the Romans today?
They aren't.
They aren't. They don't exist. But they left us mailboxes. So this is one of those places where people come with their notes and they like to leave notes on the wall. And I always say to people, you're here. Why are you leaving a note on the wall? It's like, when I was a kid, we used to watch the Batman show. And we used to have that, line, Commissioner Gordon, the straight line to Batman, Bat line. And I always think, you're here. It's the Bat line. Like, why are you leaving a note? So people don't always understand where the notes come from. You guys came from Australia. How long did it take you to get here? 24 hours? 24 hours. 24 hours. Think about how we travel today. You get on a plane, you sit in the chair in the sky, they give you a movie, and you've got radio and food, and in 24 hours you're halfway across the world. 1,000 years ago, if you were coming, you weren't coming from Australia. Where did you break down here?
England, Ireland, Germany.
Okay, so let's pick. Well, Germany's easier because you don't have to cross the channel. How do you get here from Germany? 1,000 years ago. Titanic sunk 100 years ago.
The
It was very dangerous 1,000 years ago. You only did it. You really had to. You did land. You did. Yeah, you go by land, right? You go Germany down through Turkey into the Middle East. Take you about 5 months. You didn't stay for 2 weeks and go home. Not only that, but as you're going on your travels, you have to stay in an inn at night. So people are schmoozing in the inn. Anybody here staying in a hotel? What happens at the breakfast line in the hotel? Where are you from? What do you do for a living? What are you here for? It was no different 1,000 years ago. I got news for you. So people are sitting in the inn, and what are you doing? Oh, I'm taking wine from France to Russia. What are you doing? I'm taking cloth from Italy to England. What are you doing? I'm going to Jerusalem. No way. Take my prayers with you. That's where the notes come from. People who were never going to make this journey could participate in a pilgrimage by giving someone who was going their notes. So people come anyway. The tradition still exists. People come, they like to put notes on the wall. Just so you know what happens to the notes, none of the notes go to a shredder or to a garbage. All the notes are collected a few times a day, a few times a week, and they go to a geniza. Geniza is a holding room for religious objects that are damaged. When the geniza is full, they get put in coffins, they get buried on the Mount of Olives. Everything's treated with respect. Especially when member of staff whose job it is to take the emails and faxes and letters we get, put them in the wall, and then collect the ones according to a schedule.
So they come around and pick up all those papers?
Every day they walk the length of the wall a few times and pick up the ones that have fallen on the floor, and then a few times a week they come and they take them out of the crevices. And I can always tell if it's the short guy or the tall guy that did it. The short guy can't get up there, but the tall guy can. So if it was the short guy who did it, all the little ones are empty, but the big ones still have with notes on. It's really funny. There's 2 of them. Anyway, we're down at the wall. We're now going to follow the wall underneath it.
Oh, that's lovely.